Act 2. The Power Family. When Otto and Lotta Power heard about Newton in early 2016, they jumped at the opportunity for their family to take part in the sustainability revolution. Though moving their two children in the heart of adolescence, Robin Power, 15 years old at the time, and Max Power, only 10, wasn't an easy decision or transition for the family. But Otto was already well acquainted with the trials and tribulations of moving. Born in 1975 in a small coastal city to a military family of 8, Otto's childhood was nothing short of interesting.
My father often said things like, all you need is less, or familiarity breeds contempt, and I'm not convinced I even now know what he was talking about, but it definitely impacted my childhood.
And by impacting his childhood, he probably actually means instilling a creepy sense of personal failure. Otto often felt lost and out of place as his family frequently relocated from country to country due to his father's career. His own sensitivity to never fitting in eventually translated into placing extreme value in imperfections and defects, since, well, that's how he viewed himself.
I guess you could call it a form of self-therapy, a way to distract myself. I spent a significant portion of middle school meticulously mending well-worn clothing from mismatched fabrics. It wasn't long before I earned myself some nicknames at school like Patch and Polka.
Despite some childhood setbacks, he eventually received a BS in imaginative engineering before landing a highly coveted job in Silicon Valley as a creative technologist for a startup that was developing an infant gene therapy application called Parental Precision. Sponsored by toy manufacturers and pharmaceuticals, Otto's specific role in the venture was coding an algorithm for a prenatal personality generator to be used by expecting parents during their first trimester. Since this particular component of the service emphasized exactitude with the chosen genetic manipulations, Otto's spontaneous decision late one night to incorporate a random quirk generator as a hidden feature was not appreciated. Initially unnoticed for over a year, a $1 billion class action lawsuit eventually hit the startup as the first generation of modified babies began speaking with incompatible yet distinguishable regional accents.
What do you twos want from the packy? A handle, 30 rack what?
He was immediately fired without severance pay.
It was pretty rough after that. I didn't know if anyone would hire me, and I thought I was just putting the creative in creative technologist. Luckily though, after a pretty shitty year, a former intern of my dad set me up with a job as a senior incident designer at the Conduct Laboratory, a government consultancy for the Behavioral Development Bureau. Essentially, I designed political scandals to generate publicity.
And it's quite perfect, actually. A childhood spent searching for the positives in things different and defected, now manifested in exposing flaws and designing affairs, all for positive publicity, because, of course, all publicity is good publicity.
I like to say there are no such things as mistakes, only happy little accidents.
Which is exactly how he responded when his 17-year-old daughter, Robin, told her parents she was pregnant last year. His wife, Lotta, though, was less than thrilled. As a typical millennial, Lotta Power has always been very concerned with the opinions and approval of others. A teen pregnancy in the family was not a favorable situation. But Lotta views life as a team sport, her family playing first string, and a baby was a promising addition to the lineup. The family, though, questioned the sincerity and Lotta's ultimate acceptance. For ever since a 23andMe genetic test in her late 20s informed her she was 4.5% Nigerian, her resulting identity crisis was questionably self-medicated with an obsession for conspiracy theories and only speaking in the third person. As a result, her children were even more independent than their fellow members of Generation Z. In addition to being a new mom, Robin founded and maintained the highly successful Suburban Dictionary, while 12-year-old brother Max was already a globally renowned ambient DJ, famous for tracks like Peeing Go Lightly and Thunder Down Under.
I also like to say, if you do not enter the tiger's cave, you will not catch its cub.
I think it's safe to say all families have their own histories and motivations, leading up to and impacting both the big and little decisions in life. And perhaps at the end of the day, just like the Power family, we are all a form of dysfunctionally family of sorts, and our somehow successful ability to still navigate the world around us, often creating chaos along the way, is what in fact makes us normal.